Так, спустя энное время. Я уж подзабыл, че и как. Со всякими командировками. Так. Change weapon. Короче, квест. Личный квест Джекоба. Вот. А это крушение этого, да? Типа вот саунд там какого-то ищет. Что-то такое. О. Блин, я уже за 2 недели разучился играть. Я дальше хотел пройти, ну ладно.
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Who's in command of this ship?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before
This
now?
emergency beacon became functional after 358 days. Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Come on, let's get going.
Let's check the ship. My father had the beacon for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
Avoiding it for a decade seems unlikely.
Угу. Так. Подожди, на какую кнопку сохранится? F5? Да. Прикольно. На память влияет. О, выжившая. Учитель.
Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them. So they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will come.
Hunters, they won't stop.
Блин, и про это я уже забыл тоже. А вы кто такие? Подожди, а какая кнопка у меня? Джекоб отлетел, что ли? Да ты гонишь. А чего я стрелять не могу? Что за бред? Ах ты ж падла. А, это же это.
This will put them down.
Вот эти вот прилипания к стенкам, кстати, бесит.
That wasn't neural
Сильно.
decay. They were feral.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
В смысле, твой отец? Покушал местной пищи, и все, мозги, тю-тю. Блин, я только пенициллин зря потратил.
You killed them, but there are more every day. They want to fight, but I just want to go home.
She's lost it. We need to find someone who can make sense of this.
Подожди, а в какую сторону мне идти? Не отвечает. А, вот так можно. Ага. А на корабль я могу? То есть они, короче, покушали местной пищи, и у них это... оккультные науки всякие.
What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember. I can't remember her face. We need to get out. So I can remember. Can think straight. They have to hurry. Expect the luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him.
Век. Понятно. Понятно, что ни хрена не понятно. Вопрос в том, что каким... Ну, в связи с чем данный корабль он упал. Так, я пришел справа, да? То, что местная флора, фауна влияет на мозговую деятельность, это тоже понятно. Хотя, по идее, они должны были у них чисто примитивные остаться способности. Робот. Так, подожди, а какая... Что у меня есть что? Это что? Блин, я не то ставил. Нет. 4, 5. Ага.
Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure. Is that a settlement? They'd better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
Ну. Аборигены. Вон, пенициллин вижу.
They're clearly docile, but in the same uniform remnants as those who attacked us.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent?
Possibly. But the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
Not the best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
Why would my father force his crew to eat toxic food? Whatever's happening here needs to stop.
Ну, в смысле, ты подумай. Если человек будет проблемы с памятью, его проще контролировать.
Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
Ну, я предполагаю так, потому что, ну, это проще всего.
Heads up.
Да что такое? Кто?
Patrols like that are a little much against this bunch.
Well, that would make them hate him. Maybe it was...
Please, here.
Подождите, доктор. Тут где-то КПК был. Она выглядит так это забавно. На карачках.
Can it be time to go? We need to go home.
You fight. You fight for us. Maybe you are different. Maybe. He takes so much and makes us wait. Hunters will watch. If you help,
I hope. That's the word.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
Угу. Ладно. Так, ничего не пропустил? Надеюсь.
please, here. You have his face, but you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read, but this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't command material and it got to him. Couldn't keep the crew in line without violence.
It didn't stop there. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women.
Прикольно.
Assigned them to officers, like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
То есть он, получается, сначала офицеры, он и остальные. Потом он мужиков выгнал, женщин отдельно. Потом и офицеров замочил, стал один, единственный. Женщины вокруг них, а мужики также отдельно. Защита — это дроиды. Ага.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone... But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Does it say why he separated the men and the women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent. What he allowed here, Shepard? I don't see any justification.
We haven't seen any other officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
Do you see an explanation for this? He's your father.
Is he? None of this fits. Maybe the initial decision, but the rest? Abuse of power doesn't get any clearer than this. I need to find this man.
Ну, короче, папа нам уже не папа, да? Окей. Ой. Угу.
This is Captain Ronald Taylor. Thank God you're here. Like rolling insane. I only just got free.
Ага.
God damn it, it's really him. Just got free. He's
Это, я так понимаю, это...
The old corpse has been posed, like a warning. The new ones were left where they fell.
The hunters started fighting back.
Ну, я же типа как бы добрый, да. Убивать его не буду. Так, стоять.
Make activity.
Careful. I automated my defenses after the crew turned violent. They keep attacking.
Ну так выключи ты их, а? В чем проблема?
He goes.
Я, кстати, это... Да встань ты. Перегрузку прокачал. Надеюсь, это лучше будет.
Come on over. You're up.
Не понял, где? Чё? Забавно выглядит, конечно.
Gravity's one mean mother, huh?
Главное не пропустить бы что-нибудь. Снайпер с меня, конечно, еще то.
He had his fun, and now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
Что-то какое-то предвзятое у Джекоба отношение. Да. Я вот не понимаю, это в игре так заложено. Я иду, ничего не делаю, и он берет, меняет оружие на другое. Что это?
Throwing people away. This thing is not my father.
Это существо не... Ай, блин. О, подожди.
Enemy drone!
Обработанные. Что-то обработанное. А что такое? Ой. Тихо, 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 тихо. Ёшкин кот.
Hostile! Enemy drone! I've got him.
Засранцы, а?
Watch for the drone. Overload deployed.
Enough with the toys. I need to look my father in the eye and hear him justify this.
Да, они пользовались то, что робот был. Было неудобно. А. Так, 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 так. Так, в контейнерах ничего нет, интересно. Ладно. Так что? Угу. Это оно? Ну или как там? Он? Триггеры, триггеры, триггеры. Да, забавно сделано, конечно. Так, сохраняемся.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've got to have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you're acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No. Not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hope to leave it at that.
I'm not unreasonable, Captain, but 10 years? What happened?
God damn it! Why did you do this to your crew?
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the droolers. That was before the hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
We can help these people. Cerberus can have ships here in days and pull everyone out.
He's not worth the fuel to haul him out or the air he's breathing. He's damn lucky I don't think he's even worth pulling the trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
We'll secure him for an alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
I'm 10 years past believing that.
Alliance ships are inbound to secure Captain Taylor and his crew, Commander. We'll be long gone by the time they get here.
Don't even give him the taillights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Nothing goes through this ship, my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did, but I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine. You didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison. Doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this?
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard.
У вас интрижка была, получается?
Anytime, Jacob.
Так, окей, у него открылась, получается, сейчас способность барьер. Окей. Я вроде как с этой секретаршей... Блин, как это? Не секретарша, как ее? Короче, Келли, да? Что-то там было насчет этого. Познакомиться. Сейчас, подожди, сохранимся. Давай. Ага. Рыбок мне надо кормить.
You're very charming, Kelly.
Thank you. The feeling is mutual. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any mess if any of the crew has important business to discuss.
Isn't that the type of task?
Yes, but being your yeoman, everyone knows how I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly
We're lucky to have someone
Thank you,
with your
Shepard. What else would you like to know?
This organization.
We look out for human interests. Advanced.
It sounds like Cerberus.
I love humanity. I also love.
That's a very positive attitude.
Anything else you'd like to talk about?
How do you feel about being assigned?
But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership,
Don't worry.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you,
I might do more than catch you, Kelly.
Now that. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Так, окей, но она уже чуть-чуть продвинулась в части рыбок. Надо пойти их покормить, кстати. Уже диалог появился. Может быть, она уже переехала? Так. Нету. Так, я закрыл. Чего? Ладно. Во, я хотел дезинтегрирующие патроны. Так. Членом... Ну, я возьму членом отряда. Это суммарная мощь увеличивается. Да? А, подожди, мне там надо будет выбирать. Ну ладно, возьмем. Good. О. Так. У меня получается... О, Джек появилась. Миранда. Заид. И у меня есть еще прибытие. $210 тысяч. Окей. Так. Завербовать талии. Тут, короче, я сюда вот в этот Илиум, где квест Миранды, короче, на одной планете завербовать Юстиара, наемника, помочь Миранде, передать это 4 квеста, все на одной планете. Поехали. Приземляемся. Так, кого возьмем? В принципе... О, я Гарусу Мотыгу, да? Во, возьмем. Ну, понятно. Тут Сова, точно. Я забыл. Ну, Сова так Сова. Стелс я не умею, потому идем буром. Надеюсь, я выживу. Так, ага, у меня разрывные стоят. Чего? А почему не хочешь?
Send their prisoners down here to die. I have to find Dr. Kenson now.
Наверху, да, наверное? Это что? Ага, я видел, я видел. Так. Лазеры.
This place is run down, even for a prison.
Но.
Get your hands off me!
Как все это сложно-то. Только один. Подожди, было же. Ах, Стоп, подожди. Так, Интересно.
They wanted to slam an asteroid to the mass relay. Can they even do that? What difference does it make? We caught them.
Это типа чего это? Ну, глушака нету, извини. Как бы, да. Так, куда идти? Ага. Шкаф? Ну это, короче, типа вдоль, да, и она идет. Это я обошел вот так вот, да? Все, понял. Ой, все понял, теперь мне надо туда. Зачем лазер отключал? Непонятно. А вопрос, как мне туда попасть? Он прыгает. Ой, падает, то есть. Интересно.
Relays can't be damaged, much less destroyed. Those humans will do anything to destroy us, I swear. We have to make this one an example to the others. We can't respond kindly to terrorists.
Ты смотри, они гранаты кидают, а? Ладно. Я хотел просто в голову попасть. Так, ладно, что тут? Личный дневник давай. Не понимаю, мне что надо сделать? Я падать... я упал. Гениально.
This one's apparently the mastermind. If she doesn't...
The humans still won't tell us where their base is. No way we'll find it even if we have to scan every asteroid out there. I wonder if those humans actually found something.
Де-де-де.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Dr. Kenson, I'm Commander Shepard. I'm here to get you out.
Commander Shepard? I'd heard you were alive. Hackett must have received my message.
We're not safe here. Can you walk?
I'm fine. Just give me a moment.
We have to go. Now.
If we can find a console, I can hack security. Make us an escape path.
Then we'll find one. Go.
Ready.
Ага, нас того двое. А куда идти? Вниз.
This is a cell block. There should be a security console here somewhere.
Хорошо.
They know we're here. Keep them off me while I hack us a way out.
Ну, давай. Тихо, тихо. А можно сохраниться, да? Нет. С 3 сторон пойдут. Тихо.
We need to close the door we came in through. Keep them out.
Как? Как?
They're coming through that door in the back. Lock it down.
Ни хрена не понял. Меня замочили.
They know we're here. Keep them off me while I hack us a way out.
Suppress the teams to cell block now.
Они тогда слева пошли, вот здесь. Тихо, тихо. А этот откуда?
The door we came in through. Keep them out. They're coming through that door in the back. Lock it down.
Я не понимаю, с какой стороны они идут. Сперва, слева.
Get that door closed.
Какие двери? А.
They're coming up from below.
Тихо, тихо.
Other side. Go.
А, вот здесь, да?
Unlocking all doors to the hangar. Still need more time. orbital tracking network. Watch the other side. More enemies on the elevators. Elevator that leads up to the hangar. I'll bring it down to us. Almost done. That did it. Let's move. Oh, one last thing. The hangar doors are hard locked. We'll have to get those open the old-fashioned way.
Leave that to me.
I need cover.
Burn! We have to break the locks on the bay doors. Engaging autopilot. We should be well out of range before they get their security measures unscrambled.
Do you think they'll come after you?
I'm not taking any chances. Batarians don't take kindly to humans who plan to destroy their mass relays.
So the charges against you are true?
Well, to be fair, that's about half the story. My people and I were here investigating rumors of Reaper technology out in the fringes of this system.
I guess you found something.
We found proof that the Reapers will be arriving in this system. When they get here, they'll use its mass relay to travel throughout the galaxy. We call it the Alpha Relay. From here, the Reapers can invade anywhere in the galaxy.
So you decided to destroy it?
Exactly. Doing that would stop the Reapers' invasion. Even at FTL speeds, it'd be months or years before they got to the next relay. We came up with what we just called the Project. A plan to launch a nearby asteroid into the relay and destroy it before the Reapers could arrive. Of course, the resulting explosion would probably wipe out the system.
Is the project still operational?
I imagine it is. We were one button press away from launch when the Batarians arrested me.
I've always heard that mass relays are indestructible.
I've heard that too. But I think it's more that nobody's willing to find out what happens when one is destroyed. And, well, we plan to slam a small planet into the thing at very high speed. By our calculations, that's more than enough.
How did you plan to launch an asteroid into a mass relay?
Moving an asteroid just requires thrust and guidance, which are readily available in Omega's salvage yards. Get the right amount of power and a good VI to drive it, and you can pretty much just point and shoot.
Why do you think destroying the mass relay would destroy the entire system?
Mass relays are the most powerful Mass Effect engines in the known galaxy. The energy released from a relay's destruction would probably resemble a supernova. This is a remote system, but just over 300,000 Batarians live on the colony where they held us. The explosion would undoubtedly kill them all.
Ну и ладно. Принцип меньшего зла, получается. Уничтожение 300 тысяч позволит спасти миллиарды. Тем более батарианцы, они и так зуб точат на человечество.
How were you caught?
We've been smuggling Starship parts from Omega. Thrusters, guidance, and aftermarket ESO core. The Batarians thought that looked suspicious. A few days ago, I took a few of the men on a scouting trip, and the Batarians pounced on us. They never found our actual base.
I still don't see how you learned about this supposed invasion.
The evidence came from what we call Object Row, a Reaper artifact we discovered among the asteroids near the relay itself. When we get back to Arcturus Station, I'll explain everything and provide copies of all our notes on the artifact.
What is a Reaper artifact doing on an asteroid?
We don't know, or even what its purpose is. Some things are just too old or large to comprehend. Even a Reaper thousands of years dead contains power. Their artifacts are worthy of study, regardless of their purpose.
How exactly does a Reaper artifact give you proof of an impending invasion?
It showed me visions of the Reaper's arrival. Much like your Prothean beacon, I imagine. The Reapers are coming, Commander. That much I know for certain.
If you're working near a Reaper artifact, how have you avoided indoctrination?
We've been very careful. We know what we're dealing with. You're not speaking to a child, Shepard. I saw what Sovereign did at the Citadel. Trust me, I know what's at stake.
The stakes are too high. If you were willing to destroy a whole system over this, I want to see your proof.
I guess I can't argue with that. Give me a moment. Kenson to Project Base.
Good to hear your voice, Doctor. You coming home?
Affirmative. And I've got Commander Shepard with me.
Shepard? Really?
Tidy up the lab. The Commander needs to confirm the artifact.
Right. I'll get everything set up for your arrival. Project Base out.
All set. Just sit back and relax. We'll be there in no time. Here we are. Welcome to Project Base.
What's this?
That's our countdown to arrival. When that gets to 0, the Reapers will have come. Just over 2 days and counting. Puts things in perspective, doesn't it?
How do you know that's an accurate countdown?
It is. The artifact has been giving off pulses at definite intervals since we found it. The intervals have been decreasing at a steady rate. The artifact is reacting to the Reaper's proximity. In just over 48 hours, the pulses will become constant, and the Reapers will be here.
You're saying the Reapers could be at Earth in 2 days? There's no time to waste.
Then let's show you that proof. That door exits the hangar. The artifact is in our central lab area.
Вон оно как. Ну, это продолжу в следующий раз.